good afternoon, good evening. No matter your time and your location, above like you know. BIAFRANS, that make a around where Ahamwo, Biafra must go. Or Aham, Biafra must go. I'm a Johana, now wound. Biafra News Aquariano. Ndi Nigeria terrorists, Ndi Nigeria ZUU. And a bloody news. Na gentle the Yahoo. Na ha patago gentle the Yahoo. Aka. Na gentle the Yahoo. Na he bolie. No but time 22nd of September 2025. Kama guno over time. Na gentle the Yahoo. Nigeria ZUU. And with he here, he may hear arrest. He book when here. Unadupandi Nigeria ZUU. Now that now. Oh my head. Oh my Yahoo. Oh my having arrest. Here's you the picture. Full picture. And that boy, he may arrest. And that boy, he boy, they can help us. He boy. Unnet a question. Unnever news. Mandiri lewo omu Biafra hana awuli elu na janto de Yahoo na egbuolie na janto de Yahoo na ejidele janto de Yahoo wonye bla gburienu nwekwana onye bla giderienu alegidi ikuku laka umu ni masum kamju na ikuku alegidi alaka ikuku na manu anya ndị ZUU filia na dat na ha ga-egbulu janto de Yahoo ha ga-epuzo egbu chukwu oke abịam ọ ma ha ga-egbuli chukwu oke abịam na amata na gadat na ha ga-egbuteli janto de Yahoo ọ ma ha ga-egideli chukwu oke abịam n'aka mee arrest una ma na dat na ha ga-egideli janto de Yahoo l'aka mee arrest ndị Nigeria ZUU bara n'ime akụ lere na ya dị mmadụ lere innocent soul ụmụ nwaanyị abụọ n'ụdị a ụmụ agbọghọbịa gbagbu ise lekwu na ọnwụ ndị no janto and the men ya ka ha gburu ashe dị ha janto de Yahoo na ebe ọ nọ na treatment kemgbe ndị Nigeria terrorists bandit gbakọrọ aka with ndị politician wee nye poison your commanders of Biafra nyahụ poison mana ekele dịrị Chukwu BIAFRANS amasị unu keleme Chukwu na one of the commanders n'ime ndị nye poison o nwetara onwe ya ọ recoverala otu onye ka ha commander ka ejiri kọfụkwa otu ndị ọzọ some of commanders ndị ọzọ ga-ejikwe gbakekwe very soon oge adịghị anya unu ga-anụ olu janto de Yahoo n'okwu olu General Kutuzo with commanders ndị ọzọ unu mata ndị niile ha chịrị ọchị ndị niile ha ṅụọ ọṅụ wụ enemies of Biafra. Biafra must go.
Good news to the Biafran families. Just like the short clip you finished to watch, and before I will allow you to finish watching the remaining of that short clip, I want us to note one thing, that the Nigerian government with their propaganda can never stop us from what we are doing. Anyway, according to the information here, they said that the Angel Makeup and Gentle de Yahoo is alive, and that is a very great news. But the question there now we need to ask is, where have they been to? According to them, they said they were poisoned. By who? How? That is the question that remains for all of us to answer as well. If Gentle de Yahoo is alive, glory be to God, and Angel Makeup is also alive, glory be to God. But we should not also take the fact away from that exposition Gentle de Yahoo made when he was calling Hope Uzodinjo, telling us that Hope Uzodinjo have a meeting with him and his boss. So the question there now is, who is Gentle Yahoo's boss? And what kind of meeting is he having with the governor of Imo State and government of Imo State? Is he really working for us, or he is working with the government of the ZUU, which is what we are fighting against? These are the questions that still remain on hand. But we are going to ask these questions and demand answers when the time is right. Yes, when the time is finally right, Gentle the Yahoo, Angel Makeup, and every other person that are being called, he said, Hope Uzodinjo have meeting with all the commanders, including him himself and his boss. Don't forget that video. So if Gentle is alive, he is receiving treatment because of the poison they gave to him. So coming back now, is Gentle going to work under the same government of Biafra, or he is going to totally and dependably work for the government of the ZUU, which is starting from Hope Uzodinjo and every other person? You see, this matter is so complicating. I don't want to say something that I will say now. Somebody will come tomorrow and begin to attack me and say, why do I pass on false information? That is really what I'm avoiding in every of my posts, in every of my publication. So, but to my own opinion, my own personal opinion, if Gentle the Yahoo is alive, my brother, my sister, please let him remain wherever he is and also continue working with Hope Uzodinma. Let him forget about the Biafran liberation for now. This is my own personal opinion and my own personal suggestion. So it is not tantamount to everybody must agree on what I said. Please, I don't do that way. Everybody have right to their own personal opinion. The same way you have your own right, that is the same way I have my own right. And don't forget, where your own right starts is where my own stopped, and when your own stopped is where my own right started. So let us just take it that Gentle is alive, just like Biafra must come. He said that his name is Biafra must come, one of the defenders of our land, and the person who, those who are trying their best to make sure that Fulanis and every other ZUU terrorist government military should not run out of space. Anyway, let me not waste much of your time. I don't want to talk too much on this. There's no any more time for we to take comments. So please continue watching the video. And as you are watching, please kindly subscribe, like, share, and make sure you keep commenting on every of my video. Your likes and comments make this video to go more viral, other than keeping silent. I have been doing my own, and I also have been doing my best to make sure that I bring everything I had on the social media to you guys, so that you can as well know that I got you, I got your back, according to Igbo man say, I got you. So whatever I hear, I must bring it to you here. I said, my people, make on see people where they hear. I know say all of us here, they get information from diverse channels, diverse pages, different platforms and different outlets. But the fact still remain there that there's one channel you always believe to have some important details, which is Okute Daily Talk. So please, let it be that this message we are hearing from this our brother is real and it still remain real. Anyway, until I come your way again, I still remain your one and only Okute Daily Talk, and you can address me as Ukulora One Nation, where we always speak to the undiluted truth about everything. We don't propagate. Even if you want to do propaganda, we do it to the fullest. But for now, there's no propaganda. Whatever you hear from here is truth and nothing but the truth. So have a nice day, and may God continue to bless us all. Thank you for watching. Kemesiano.
Biafra must go. Biafra must go. Edmo Hena la wunu. Asolo Bachenta. Kacho no were nche. Without rule.
Now, there's this news that been flying in left, right, hand, and center. People have said that Gentle Yahoo have been sentenced to judgment. That his second, because after a few days, they started saying that his second has not. They have also sent him to judgment as well. Like you are seeing on your screen now. This is a post that somebody made claiming the same thing. But one thing they don't want to tell you is that it's not about making some claim. It's about being realistic. Like I always tell you, you can cook up story. You will wake up and say, that you know Butozo, you know Christmas MUSA, you know their wife and their children, you know their village, you know their town. It is easy to say. But when it comes to reality, facts, you also have something to present. Do you understand? Now, some people see it as a rumor. Some people say, some people actually believe it. I watched a video of one of the Afonja, that have been working hard in Nigerian news platform to air his hate on Igbo people. He pretend that he's building he's a national man, a state man. This man called the Deji or whatever you call him, said that was the time he visited Enugu State. He went there to see the governor of Enugu State when PM was here. He was still here, and there was a time Enugu State wanted to be the leader of those campaigning against sit at home. He went there asking governor a question, a kind of motivating governor and all that. We saw through what he was trying to do there. But that's not the story why we were here this morning. He claimed that he was giving them how the military operation took place, how the man worked 4 hours or how many hours they want for them to get to where Jet is in the bush. But what surprised me that inside the bush, there's a building that have ceiling. That story did not add up to me. Do you understand what I'm talking about? Like somebody trek 4 hours. 4 hours to where Jet is, according to him. And they started exchanging firepower. And before they know it, they had no other option than to set the building ablaze. The question is, that a bush or forest that took you 4 hours should be very, very thick, isn't it? So who built a house there that has ceiling and everything there? I don't know if you follow what I'm saying. And in that place, according to them, they spy people and everything, and his second in command of Gentle Ejemeko, according to them, is a victim. All right. So, but they won't tell you after giving you stories of what happened in the southeast, after what happened with them and Biafran Liberation Army, and anything they want to call them and all that. I was expecting them also to keep on reporting, to report also what happened, what is going on in Yoruba land, how people are protesting about the Fulani invaders, how they are not even protesting, they are crying out, not protesting. Then in the north, no, they don't deliberate more the consequences and what it means to strike a deal with that well-known terrorist. The terrorists that are modernized as bandit. So, and Shegumi is moving freely, requesting on how to negotiate and how to pamper the terrorists. None of them use their platform to expatiate on the content of that statement. Imagine, for example, even now that IPB have not been labeled anything like terrorism, not even their actions shows that they are terrorists. Nobody in the Biafran land, they know that nobody has done what they can beat up their chest and say this is act of terrorism. Not at all. In fact, talking about terrorism, trying to label, even mentioning terrorism after or before mentioning IPB of Biafra can only happen in Igbo land. Imagine calling OPC a terrorist. You think Yorubas will just fold hand up. I'm not talking about Yorubas on the street. I'm talking about the elite. They won't take it with you. They won't. You dare not. You can't do that. You may attempt to do it, but it's even impossible when it has to do with the Northerners. Imagine if I'm not talking about all the leaders of bandits. I'm talking about one of their soldiers, the atrocities of remove bandits away, remove Bugaram, remove ISWAP, remove ISIS, remove all these terrorist groups in the north. Focus on herdsmen, headers alone, carrying cow. Imagine if they are Igbo race. You see, the federal government and even our brothers in Senate would have, in fact, let me just bring it to you. Igbo's senators from Southeast would have just, present a bill, and that bill would be to stop Igbo people from even having anything like cow anymore in Nigeria. I'm not talking about helping them to build ranches. No, I'm talking about to stop them from running cow, from even having anything farm. And even if you have built your own ranches, federal government will use the opportunity to place a heavy tax sponsored by Igbo senators. That's how life is. To be an Igbo is one of the most difficult things to be in this surface of earth. You will see your own father in his Senate house telling other nations, other tribes how to deal with you. That is what you are facing as a people, and that is why when I hear some people talking about how to make Igbo people, you have to contest for election and win election. You go to red chamber or Harun chamber, begin to question them. Well, we gave you so much to really constituency. You know how that Ganja man was talking and saying it on his video. These are things you can only see in Igbo land. You can't see it, not even in the job. People will not accept that. You just go, close to Igbo people. Even some people say they're Igbo, some say they're not, but I'm not here for that. You can claim whatever you want to claim, but you see, even if it's one state that is Igbo land, there I am. All right, whether it's a dot in a circle, half dot in a circle, one spot circle, and one drop a circle, whatever you want to call it. I'm proud of where I come from, very, very proud. But that does not mean that I have to overlook or turn blind eyes on the atrocities and wickedness and senselessness of our people who claim to have chance and power to excel in Nigerian political circle. So we know that they are the major problem, with a flavors. The flavors can come from different angles. Those who become a flavor based on the money that position promised them, like the one is going on in Anambra State. I was told that Soludo somehow has shared money to some bloggers. So I don't know how true this that, but that's a rumor though. But when you look at what the ganja man who came from Okija, the one that bragging that Master Kano they should release him and he will come out and face the charges and face the trials and face nonsense. No, I'm not talking about the one in the hiding in Abuja. I'm not talking about Udele claiming that he's gonna buy his father, papa, and all that. These are things you will see in Igbo land, in Igbo race, ignoring their problem to tackle their brothers. That's how bad it is, like I said. But the story is this: it is good to label anybody whatever you want to. It's up to you, but God has a final say. Why do I say so? The post from this man here, all right. When you look at it, you think that if a Fulani man made a comment, or maybe Yoruba man made a comment, because you can see his cap here, he's dressed like Yoruba, he's in Yoruba attire, look at him, he's Igbo man. I told you, and read the comment here. Listen, I'm not here to promote violence, whether a Jamaican or agent to commit any crime or buy anybody. My own is, I always want to base my topic, my claim, evidently. Show me what you have, with what you said you person have done, then I will listen to you. You don't just wake up because you hate Mr. A and begin to talk about how bad he is. Maybe that that the way he walks, he looks like he carries one deadly disease that can be transmitted to other people. That if you say hi to him, that is cool, you may be contaminated. Don't say hi to him, don't handshake, don't greet. This disease that this guy is carrying, and it can be transferred to you simply because you said hi to him or her. That is how they will cook up. So just trying to make it believe that is real. But whether it is real or not, my own, like I said, bring the evidence. There are something that the Jamaica and Jeto have said that is uncalled for. There's something that some clip that you have seen that doesn't watch it. All right, but for the fact that some people who have been waiting for them, like Ebek Wedike of this world, calling for their head before any so-called evidence surface on social media, they are the one promoting and shouting about. That's why I think that is of no point, going through that way, but going through that method. But this hour, I want to pay attention to the post before you on your screen now. You can see. Just in, he said, this on September, the date is, he made this post on September 18, 2025. Okay? And he said, just in, Oyekachi Isaac, known as Njemeko, second in command to dreaded IPOB terrorist in Afia, he labeled it terrorist. Igbo man. Gentle, the Yahoo, reportedly pied. Well done to the Nigerian army with a handshake. Okay, well done. And the same people, if they can say this well done, that means they must have said well done to the Nigerian army the day they buy 28 people in Master Mekano's home, Igbo people. They went. Like I said, I don't promote killing. If a Jamaican is involved in kidnapping or in anything, let him face the law. Let him face the consequences. I'm not here to, because you are saying Biafra. That means if you are talking about Biafra, you go and rob people and burn house and kidnap people, I should be clapping for you. No. I told you, I'm not those who massage crime because somebody, your favorite man, is involved. No, I'm not. Even if he's my father, is involved in kidnapping or killing of anybody, let the God of land, go after that person. You don't kill innocent people for no reason. Agitation don't require you to buy people, and that's why Mazi Mekano should be distant from any crime of anybody, because they don't live with anybody. But those linking it every day and night, to them, you are doing it deliberately because you know the truth. And that goes to the IPOB US agitators who are, very, very blind and senseless. Why do I say so? Just take a look at this story. Imagine somebody who claimed that he loved Mazi Mekano so dearly. Mazi Mekano is the right person, is the best. And as you are doing that, as you are shouting that, you are, on the other hand, calling for the head of PM, Mazi Mekano, because he's a Kurima, he's a terrorist. Then when your hater use the same analogy, the same your judgment, the same thing, the same statement that you use to condemn Simon Ekpa, Biafran Prime Minister. Yeah, use it to Mazi Mekano. You say, no, this time, leave me alone, he's different from you. Are you not stupid? Really, are you not actually stupid? If you're not mature enough, stay clear. Leave people who know the truth, who understand, who can accept their mistake and forge ahead. You cannot fight for freedom when you ignore your own mistake. It doesn't work that way. Just like when you are a liar, you are good at telling lies. Everything around you, you must twist it to become a different issue, and you want people to believe you, to follow you, to listen to you. When you know that you are a well-known liar, you lie a lot, you lie for a living. How can people take you serious? How can people take you serious when they know that you're a liar? It doesn't make sense, and that's why they're making their own freedom more difficult, because they're, in fact, I sometimes I am tempted to believe that they're doing it deliberately, because they want to make sure that they're actually working hard to keep myself accountable. Because if not, how can you just know for a fact that this is what these people want? They want you to behave like this. They want you to be like this, and you are working, you are doing what they're doing in line with what they want. That makes you what? Think about it.